All right. Mossy Creek 2022 USPMGA US Open. Welcome everybody. I'm Mini Golf Frank, joined by Kyle Cutshaw, the owner. This is the redo. Tried to live stream, didn't work out. Oh well, things happen, right? So, Kyle, tell us once again about your dream miniature golf, and let's do a rundown.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a course walkthrough as well.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. So, Frank, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
of course.
doing the video. We're so thrilled to have the USPMGA US Open here at Mossy Creek. The course was built in 2018, so we're still a relatively new course, located in Jefferson City, Tennessee, near the Smoky Mountains. We're a local course. We rely on our local members to, really drive our business, and so we're
About how many members do you have?
we have a little over 400 members.
400.
Yeah.
400 members.
Yeah, and it's cool.
People are still playing mini golf.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and those folks come in and see us, once or twice a week, and we really enjoy that. And they bring out their families and youth groups, athletic teams, things like that. So that's a lot about who we are. But also, when we were building the course in 2018, we had tournament golf in mind. We wanted to build a course that had an appropriate level of challenge and would really test the skills of those that like to play competitive mini golf. So this is certainly a dream for us. We're excited to host the course and really see how the competitors play it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Kyle's going to be nice enough to take us on a walkthrough of the course, so let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely.
So earlier in the live stream we talked about inclusion and whatnot. Let's go ahead and we'll talk about that again. Yeah. And while we go, and so one of the things that Kyle touched on was that mini golf is inclusive of everyone, right? So, it doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, what your physical attributes are, whatever. Anybody can come out here as long as you can hold a putter.
Yep.
Anybody can do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Certainly, when we were looking at doing something in the community, we wanted it to be for the young, to the old, people of all different physical abilities, and mini golf is certainly that. It's something that folks can pick up and learn even if they've not done it their entire life. And so we knew there was a need for that type of family recreation out here in the area, and so that was another driving part of what made us do what we did. And so we're excited about that as well, because we know that videos like this will drive new people to the sport, and so
that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
right? So here's the clubhouse. So you had mentioned that this clubhouse was built back in the 30s.
Yeah.
Now, has this been renovated at some point?
We did. We updated it. But the clubhouse was an existing structure, and then we built the course around it. We used all the natural slopes of the course, so it's Mossy Creek. Everything goes to the creek in the back.
All right, so here's the clubhouse. This is what he's talking about. Here's the high point. Here's hole 18. Everything kind of just funnels down towards the creek.
Yep. So there's definitely a lot of slope. When you're playing the course, you definitely want to keep in mind if your back's to the clubhouse, you're putting downhill. If you can see the clubhouse, you're going straight uphill. And
awesome.
So you definitely have to take that into account. There's a lot more slope out here than what you would initially think. So
now here is hole number 1. We've got Gary Hester and Amanda. Gary's kind of helping give some instructions. He's kind of one of the perennial staples out here. Been doing this for years and years and years. He's a great guy. He'll come out here, more than welcome. Anybody. Yep. One of the things about coming to these tournaments is you come to show up at one of these tournaments, you pick up any random professional level player, and they'll show you, their theory about how to play the hole and the shot. Yep. And everybody kind of plays it a little bit differently. Some people play holes generally, similarly, but they might not be exactly the same.
Yep. Yeah. So a little bit about the course. Spoke earlier about how we knew we were going to have a local population of players. And so we wanted to provide a lot of variety to them. So half of our holes have multiple cup locations, and we move those pin placements around each day so they get a little bit different experience. With the US Open, players are going to have to learn 2 different sets of cups on hole 1, 3, and 8. So we'll be showing you those options today too. But like I said, just a little bit more variety for our local players. They can come out every day is different. It also gives us the ability to set it up a little bit more challenging or a little bit easier depending on what group or tournament that we're hosting.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So
all right, so here's hole number 1, and Kyle, take it away.
Yeah, so like I said, we have 2 different options here on this particular hole. The one on the left is the one that we'll be playing both in the morning session and the all day on Saturday. So the competitors will hit this 7 times. There's lots of different options here. You're going to see players in the competition using lots of different spots. My preferred shot, if I'm going to go directly at the hole, is putter head off, and I'm thinking inside right. So, I really should have had Gary hit it because he's the best person that I know at that particular shot. I also use the side rail as well, and you'll see some players doing that.
Something just like that.
Yeah. So, Frank, do you want to show them the other cup?
Yeah, absolutely. So here we have, from the back side of the hole, we have the left and the right. And so there's a shot where you can play from the right side, or from the left side of the tee. I'm going to miss the left hole on the left side. So you're right. Let me get this set up. Oh, okay, there we go. So I'm going to try to play to the right hole. I'm sorry? You don't have it on yet. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's on. We're live. We're live. The camera's pointing right back at you, so you're the star of the show right now.
Show them how to do it, Dorothy.
Show how it's done. Go in.
Either one.
Oh, nice try. All right, so I'm going to hit a shot over to the right hole once she finishes up. Nice shot.
Very good deuce.
Okay, so start from the left side. I'm going to miss the left hole on the left, and the ball's going to double bank off the bricks.
Yeah, so Frank's going to hit a double banker. You got to actually hit this one pretty firm, and then it goes down the corner line.
That one's just a little bit soft, but that's a general idea of
a good
one of the shots that you can use to get towards the right hole. You can also just do a single bank shot if you want, but it seems like if you do the double bank, you have a better chance of at least getting it closer more often. All right, so that is hole number 1. All right, here we are on hole 2. Kyle, a little rundown of what to do on hole 2.
Yeah, so hole 2 is one of the most important holes out here on the course. It's probably your best ace attempt, so you really want to do well at it. I start off a foot off the green, and I'm aiming kind of in the middle of the apex of that planer, and this is really all about speed.
Let's get it trundling over cresting over the hill. Just a little something like that. That was a little unlucky. Little unlucky.
Yeah.
Here's a second attempt. Is that one going to creep over?
I was going to say I lagged it.
Oh, and he left it on top of the hill. Wow.
Yeah, don't do that. But you can see here how it wants to swing back in for you. So
easy deuce, easy deuce.
Easy deuce, easy deuce.
All right, so I'm going to follow his lead and the shot. I play a little bit closer to the rock, so I'm 3/4 of a shoe off the carpet. And then for me, I'm trying to get the ball to go a little bit closer to the rock. I feel like it has a little
a lot of players have
more
been
direct
hitting
line
this shot
to the hole.
close to the rock, so I'll be interested to see which one's the preferred line during the tournament.
Yep. That was a little faster than you want, but hey, it went in.
It found it. Good putt, Frank.
Thank you. All right, we're going to be moving on to hole 3. All right, here we are in hole 3. So there's 2 cups on this hole as well.
Yep, there'll be 2 cups in competition. The one on the right will be the one that the players will play in the morning on Friday, and the championship rounds on Saturday. The hole on the left will be the afternoon session on Friday.
All right, so what's the general idea?
Yeah, so the cup on the right has a nice, gentle right to left slope. So you'll see players teeing up anywhere between, there's 2 kind of carpet seam lines here. So you'll see people using lots of different spots, but it's really all about getting the right speed, figure out how you want to break it in there.
2 in a row. Nice. You made that earlier on the stream. Very good. So then how would you approach the hole on the left?
So the hole on the left is really interesting because I've seen people, I could go 3 or 4 options on this because the ball likes to funnel back to this particular cup. My preferred shot is a putter head off the right, and I'm aiming at the fringe next to that rock.
So he's talking about right there. It's all speed sensitive. Perfect, just like that.
Definitely goes there. There's also a shot that people can go a putter head off the left, aiming here. There's a little hill here that's going to bring it from left to right, and then of course all those balls want to work back to the cup. So lots of variety, lots of choices on this cup to the left.
Nice, and I'm going to give it a shot. All right, so I'm going to give it a shot now, following his lead. So I'm going to do the right cup first, and then to the left. So there's some dark carpet lines that teeing the ball up on. And the putt breaks very gently from right to left. The farther right you go, the more it breaks to the left. Mine's not going to quite hold. So if you hit a little bit too fast, you can see how that ball starts to trickle out. It's generally a very quick putt. I'm going to go from the right side and try to skirt the edge of that fringe like he did. Might be a little too slow. That's just a little too slow. Just a fraction too slow.
Yeah, once you get past the rock there, it definitely picks up a little bit of speed.
So just a little bit too slow, that ball would have trickled all the way out there.
Yep.
All right, that's a little rundown of hole 3. Next, we're going to move on to hole 4. All right, so here we are on hole 4 with Kyle, Mossy Creek. So a little rundown of this one.
Yeah, so hole 4 in competition, everyone's going to be banking off the railroad tie in the back. This hole also has a small pipe in the second coin there that sends you down to the lower side. But like I said, for competition, everybody's using the rail.
So here's a little mini
The
hole.
tiny hole, you would think it's impossible, but everything kind of funnels that way. So there certainly is a lot of shots to get you there. But I think the most popular shot I've seen so far here on the coins is about a foot off the left, and they're actually going almost over that tiny cup and going to play it off the last third of the rail. So
okay.
Yeah. And I hit it a little firm. I've seen some other people just trying to kiss it off the rail and drop it in the front door, but really it's, just making sure that you get it down there, because you can certainly catch a brick and be left up top. So get your deuce here and move on.
All right. All right, so I'm going to try to follow Kyle here. I'm going to be trying to bank it off of this railroad tie somewhere in this area.
Yes.
Starting about a foot off the left. And just get it down there. And
yeah, like I said, you'll just, as you play with it more, you'll try to decide whether you want to hit it really hard and try to bring it back off the bricks, or just give it that kiss.
And then the putts from back here. Oh, that one actually broke a little bit to the right. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit swing on most of these.
Oh wow! So right at the very last
it kind of snaps
area, here's a little
and
ridge.
that's gonna be true over in this region here too.
Okay, so that's hole 4. All right, here we are on hole 5.
Yeah, so talked about the clubhouse earlier. This is our first uphill putt of the day. I'm a foot off, and I just try to find a spot here on the sidewalk that I get a comfortable stance. Some people like to go all the way up the tee box, and I'm aiming in the center of the sidewalk. It's gonna break off real hard to the left once it gets close to the hole. I pulled that one a little bit. So then we also have the short hole to the left that we're going to be playing in the match play. Pretty much the same position for me. And you can go front door or back door off of this one. Just don't go in the middle.
All right. That's a little general overview of hole number 5. So I'm going to try one following Kyle's lead. All right. So I'm going to give it a shot. Excuse me. No problem. No problem. So I'm going to try the tournament hole position here, which is aiming in the middle of the sidewalk.
That's a good roll, Frank.
So you can see how that ball breaks from my right to left.
This is a pretty interesting putt right here. There's a little bit of slope from the right, and then everything wants to pull to your left. It's a good putt, though. Real challenge on this hole starts if you do run it by, there is a false front there that can take it away. So
oh wow, look at that.
So there's a
lot. They trickled out.
Yeah,
wow.
A lot of pressure on that putt to make it.
All right, so here in between holes 5 and 6, there's a little poster here that shows you, which hole locations have a different hole position, and it explains, rounds 1 through 3. If you look at hole number 1, it goes to the left position, rounds 4 through 6 to the right, and rounds 7 through 10 back to the left, and on down the list. So that's just a little helpful reminder to the players if you didn't take any notes or you didn't get the email or whatever, that you can just post it around the course, so you know which hole you're playing. And we're gonna move on to hole 6. All right, so here we are at hole 6. Kyle, take her away.
Yeah, so hole 6 is very interesting. It's a good ace opportunity, but really big numbers come into play here, especially at the U.S. Open. We'll play all 10 rounds on the top of the button. It's very flat once you get it on top, but you've got to get it up the hill. Remember we talked about we're uphill putts here, plus a big rise. There's another kind of seam you can see in the carpet there, so I use that as my spot, and I'm just thinking left edge of the cup.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we'll see if Frank.
All right. So I'm gonna try to follow Kyle's lead here on hole 6. Try it right on the seam. And just on the left edge of the cup.
Not enough.
Just came up the ridge there a little weird, and it's not quite enough speed. That's how you play hole 6.
Yeah, and to be honest, folks are going to be really happy with that outcome.
Okay, here we are at hole number 7.
Yeah, so hole number 7 is the first of 2 holes that have very large pipes with them. So most of the players will be utilizing this particular pipe shot. It also has an option to use a double bank to bring it around and drop it off that ledge. Extremely difficult and rare to get a hole in one here. Really, you're just trying to get your deuce.
Okay. So you're teeing up all the way to the right side?
Yeah, I'm going to come about a putter out, and my preference is just to jam it in the hole. Got to get it there, though. Oh, no. Left it short.
Ball comes out of the pipe.
You can kind of see what the outcome looks like there. There's also a double break shot, a double bank shot that we'd be aiming for over here. Yeah.
Drops off the ledge.
You really got to hit that one. So gives you a lot of options. A lot of players like being up here because the putts are a little bit flatter. A lot of times the pipe will roll out down here in this corner, which is has a lot more break to it.
outside the left lip on
Yeah,
that one. Wow.
and you're gonna have several holes here on the course, especially in the middle, that you've got to get outside the cup to get that break right.
This one has. Okay. Here we are at hole number 7. It's set up here so you can kind of see the entirety of the hole. So Kyle explained how he plays the shot into the funnel. I like to do the double bank shot. And I'm trying to perfect that to take a little bit of the pipe variance out.
Yep.
So I start from the left side. About a putter and a half or so. There's a post out there I'm aiming at. And just want to just give it a nice firm stroke. Bank, bank. That was just a little bit too soft. If that was just a couple rolls harder, that would have tracked out right towards the hole.
Yeah, that's a really good line there.
And this was not too bad. Haven't practiced this one a lot. No, straight in. That was dead straight in the center of the hole.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's a couple different ways you can play hole 7. As Kyle mentioned earlier, there's so many different options. We just literally don't have enough time to run through every single possible option. So we're going to be moving on to hole 8.
Yep. Definitely some big numbers here. Definitely some scoring.
All right, here we are, hole 8. As you just heard Kyle say, some big numbers, some big scoring. This hole number 8, I think is going to make or break this tournament.
Yeah, when we were designing, we wanted this to be a signature course. You got a great view from the deck of it. Lots and lots of options. It has a tee box that is double the width of what you would normally have for a teen area. And so players really have to try lots of different things. The hole that's being played in the morning on Friday and on Championship Saturday is this lower hole. And then the top left, the one that'll be farthest away from you right now, that's the one played in the afternoon 3 times, the one that's right on the ledge. Our match play hole is the one that is going to be on the back right. So lots of different options. Many players are going to use a bank off the left-hand side for this lower hole. There's a little bit of hill as you go across the walkway, and so it's going to help bring it around. And everything kind of goes back towards the water here, so you can kind of see how that ball falls out. The other option that I think is going to be really interesting to see if players are willing to take the risk is utilizing the water. So I'll do a little splash. Frank, you may want to clear it as it gets close, if I get close. I didn't hit it firm enough, but some of the players, like I said, will be hitting that last third of the water and trying to make that shot.
This hole is a beast. There's so many different options and ways you can try to go at this. Like I feel like this hole is going to make or break the tournament. This is really awkward to get a good camera angle, so we're gonna come over here. That way you can see all 3 hole locations. Some players actually go this way all the way around the world, but I prefer to try to use the left bank myself.
Yeah, they'll go around the world for this upper ledge for sure. This first hole, you really either have to go that bank or take on the water.
All right, so I'm going to give it a shot, and I practiced this one a little bit earlier. So I'm going to try the front hole, and then I'm going to try the hole that's on the left that's very, very close to the edge. All right, so first I'm going to try the shorter hole. Got kind of a slide on that one. I'll try that again. So some of these bricks just aren't quite cut perfectly smooth, so sometimes you can catch a weird spot. That one's a little bit better, going towards the lower level. So that's how I would do the lower level shot. And then this other one, did it go?
I think it went down the.
Where did it?
It's all the way down the sidewalk. Yeah, so just to give you kind of a look at
Oh my
the
goodness.
type of break that you have here, it's going to have a lot of swing
Crowing
towards this cup, so it really is important.
Wow.
Guess where it is?
that you
Wow, so my ball rolled all the
get
way down
those
the
deuce
sidewalk.
putts in close.
So let's play the deuce from here.
There's one on the college campus that's like 5 minutes
Oh,
away.
bounced. That was
It's
on,
just
that was on a
question
good
of whether
line
they're
too.
open. Yeah, it's in the student center.
So,
The next
so
one's
my
probably
ball
20
actually
minutes
went down the
up to
sidewalk on the
Morristown.
left and went completely down towards.
Yeah, the one
hole
in
9. Let me show
Morristown
you
is
guys
like
just for
20 minutes
reference
away.
here.
Yeah.
So my ball got a little slide and it went all the way down that sidewalk, almost into the water down at the end of hole 9.
Yeah, where this course is ADA. Folks in wheelchairs can play it. You got the lower sidewalk, so no penalty in competition if one comes out there.
Okay. So I'm gonna try I tried the shorter hole, so now I'm gonna try the upper level left one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I've seen some folks, and that's perfectly okay. I've seen some folks that are trying to jump it, and then Frank mentioned going around to the right. Here's what that looks like if you're just trying to get it up on the ledge.
So this hole's a complete beast. So
you gotta hit it with more
he didn't
pace
quite
than
hit that one hard enough. But yeah, to me this hole is the one that might make or break the entire tournament. So we're gonna move on to hole number 9.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hole number 9.
Yeah. So hole number 9, one of our water holes. Is a family favorite. Kids love it. Not a whole lot in terms of competition that you can do to kind of improve your shot on this. So just about everybody is just going to be putting it in the water and just letting it travel.
Something like that. Are there any other options besides going in the water that are actually tournament viable? Or
no, I mean you can try to give it more energy down there, but the problem with that is that you're bringing out of bounds into play. That ball can hop through the water, especially when you're playing with the Chromex ball instead of a floater ball.
Okay.
So it's really just wise to go, let it come down and play it out. So
all right.
Yeah, so
all right, here we go. Hole number 10.
Yeah, lots of different options. I've seen people starting from all across, trying to find the right angle to bank it. I'm most comfortable from over here, aiming at the left edge of the flower pot.
I heard you actually move that.
Yeah, did I move it or did somebody else move it?
Just somebody in your group.
Yep. Oh, that one stayed. Wow, nice.
Yep. So the real challenge about this hole, and it's hard to tell on video, is just how much slope there is behind this hole. So if I give this a roll, maybe it stays up here on the flat, but if not, then it's gonna go the rest of the way.
I can see how severe that is.
Yeah, and so players need to get very comfortable with this shot here in the rough.
It's still moving.
Yep. Yep. So it's got a little left to right on it. You got to get it there.
Wow.
Let's see how far back it comes. So yeah, another important hole in the tournament. So
awesome.
It's got a.
All right, so I'm gonna take my.
Yep. That little flat spot right there. Yeah, you definitely want to find that.
I play the hole a little bit differently. Actually, this purposely lay up. I don't even want to take on that slope because it can come so far back.
On the right side, but the
left I play all the way from the right. And there's a little ridge in the middle of the green that I'm going to use.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see all the different spots that people are grabbing, because I think it really just comes down to comfort and how you can match that speed on this one.
So I just play the ball. I just play it like this and just get it to stop, just sit right there. That's all I try to do.
Just take out the brick and just ride the rail.
It's kind of like a layup on 13.
It's literally just laying up.
Because it will turn nicely.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, it's coming in there pretty quick, and it slows down about right here.
Yeah, that little crest.
In, so that's just as good as anything else.
So that's my shot on this hole.
Making it look easy.
Hit that in the promised land.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to hole number 11. All right, here we go. Hole number 11.
All right, so hole 11, the
This
up
is like
and
a
under.
pretzel, like a figure 8.
Yeah, absolutely. This one has 2 holes. We're only using the front hole location for the tournament. So everyone's going to be going underneath the bridge. I go a putter head off from this right-hand side. Some people will go all the way over. It's just whatever your comfort level is. And I'm actually getting it started on the bricks just before the second layer, before it starts stacking there. And just want to get to ride the rail, release off a little bit, and get a kiss off the bricks down at the bottom, and maybe we'll grab an ace. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yep.
Something like that. So I'm going to try to copy what he just did.
Yeah, and it's really, this area here is where it's important. If you get a little bit, mine kind of popped off a little bit. If it gets a little bit more of a kiss, then it might just track right in for you.
Right. So I'm going to give it a try. I have a little different teeing area than he does, but it's basically exactly the same shot. So I use this big dark carpet line right in the middle of the tee. Aiming a little bit farther down on the rail. Just letting it go. A little kiss off the elbow. It's kind of something like that.
Yeah, right on line. Very good.
All right, so that is hole number 11. And here we go, hole number 12.
Yeah, so hole 12 got 3 pipes. The second pipe certainly lines up with it. My preferred shot is to utilize the first pipe or actually hop it off the top. You definitely have that ability here, and it's really steep here, so it kind of hops and takes a lot of the speed off. So,
Okay.
another way that I'm trying to reduce speed is I'm going to hit it into the rail a little early and swing it. So, about a foot off the right. Let's see if I can do it. So I got it a little strong. But you can see everything comes back down towards the camera out of that first pipe. So even if I don't get it to hop, I get a favorable location. Let's see if this one comes back down the hill for me. No, that one stayed up. Yeah, so it's just playing with your speed and seeing if you can get it to come through right there.
All right,
but this one is very slick and wants to move. So,
wow.
I actually think this is probably the hardest deuce putting hole, so it's really important to be somewhere close to the hole. That's why speed is so important.
All right, so I'm going to give it a shot and follow Kyle's lead. So you're starting a putter off. Where are you?
Yeah, so about a foot off the right.
Oh, a foot off the right, okay.
Yeah, foot off the right. And I'm aiming right in here. I'm trying to let it kind of fall in. Okay. I think I was hitting a little too firm earlier, so. There you go. Perfect.
Ooh, look at that.
Yep. And if you, just a little bit more, it wants to go left or right, so.
Uh-oh. Got away with it? Nice.
Yep.
I got away with that one. That was a little bit later down.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain element of chance on this hole, but I think you're giving yourself better odds by taking a little speed off of it and coming off the front here. Also, those deuce putts from below the hole are much easier than anything in the middle or back.
So I need this little right to left.
Yep.
Break on those, and that is hole number 12. All right, hole number 13.
Yeah, so 13 is probably one of our more talked about holes on the course. We think it's a good tournament hole because it definitely provides some reward, but it also has lots of risk. And so the way to get your ace, at least in my opinion, is we're going to utilize this mound to the left, run it up behind the cup, and really just about everything on the plateau will go in. There might be one flat spot up there, but you get it up there, for the most part, you're going to be okay.
Just not quite hard enough.
Yep. Didn't hit it hard enough.
But here's the danger. That one actually stayed in the little flat spot. That ball can actually trickle all the way back down into that sandy area. All the sand.
So I'm gonna hit one a little firmer for you to show you exactly what the penalty is.
And there's this. If you just hit a little bit too firm.
And actually, I got lucky. So.
You got lucky and hit that little rock. That could actually come back into the bunker area. And there's a little drop zone that you can for tournament play. Little drop zone. Up a chance. I particularly like this hole because it's such a risk reward. Players that have the nerve to go for this and execute it properly will definitely gain strokes on the field. Go! Ah, that was just a fraction too soft. That should be pretty good. Straight in. Oh, I thought that was a good shot. Hit the rock and stayed there. So for these putts from down here, this is, for me, it's like kind of like if it's a right edge. Right edge putt, pop it in. And this one I haven't practiced, so let's take a guess and just try to hit it straight. And that worked out pretty good. So there is a little, if you look, there's a little funneling effect here. Kind of see if to roll a couple balls around. If you can hit the perfect speed and keep it in that funnel, it will circle around and go in. I particularly love this hole. Some players, like you said, it's a very well discussed hole this tournament. All right, here we go. Hole number 14.
Yes. So we got a lot going on in 14. When we were designing the course, we certainly had played places that had the opportunity to utilize a sidewalk to gain some advantage. So not very common in competitive mini golf, but definitely part of our design here. The best way and my preferred shot on this hole is to cut the corner and utilize it. It's actually a fairly straight shot. I play it inside left from about 1 2/3 feet.
Okay. Now, are you trying to hit it with that speed to get it to the back rail?
I think you've got to hit it firm to keep it on line.
Okay.
If you try to last roll it, that hill there can really affect you or something here. So I think you got to hit it firm.
All right, I'm going to give it a try.
You also up here on the hill,
Showing you
I mean,
some
it is
spots here.
a significant amount of swing, so that's why I hit it firm to bring it back down here at the bottom too.
All right, here we go, hole 14. I'm going to give it a try. So you go through the sidewalk, the ball's going to be running kind of through this area. So I'm a little different teeing area than Kyle. So I take one shoe from the bricks.
Oh no.
And then the same thing, I'm aiming like right at the left edge of the cup. Not quite hitting it as hard as he does. Oh, that one shot off to the right. That's how I prefer to play the shot, just like that.
Good ball.
That's how you can make hole 14. And then, as he was saying, spacing off the rail here. Stay. And then these putts are simple inside the right center. And that's how you play hole 14. All right, here we go, hole 15.
Yeah, excited about getting to hole 15. Really good ace opportunities next 2 holes. So
I think the last 4 have a good chance.
yeah, you really do. I guess this one here doesn't have the same amount of risk element. It's kind of a stress-free shot as long as you hit it well. I'm a putter head off, aiming for the wedge right here. There's a little bit of hill here that I use, so I try to hit it about a putter head off the apex. And I got too much of it. Might not have to pay.
Got away with it though.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of. It's forgiving. I didn't get that one deep enough in there, but still gets a pretty good outcome.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try. All right, so I'm gonna give it a try. So as Kyle demonstrated, it's very close to the right side. And then I'm aiming about a putter head off of the elbow there. It's gonna kick off the back rail and go in hopefully to the back door. I actually like this shot a lot. Give it a little bit of speed. A little too soft. Might get lucky.
Yeah.
Ah, close try. That's generally the idea of how to play hole 15. And here we go. All right,
Yep.
hole 16.
Yeah, hole 16, shortest hole on the course. So I'm going to come off the right-hand side, 1 and about 2/3 feet. And this particular hole has a ridge that runs down the right-hand side. So I try to utilize that to help line me up to the hole. So I try to hit it about a putter head off right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like that. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to follow Kyle's lead here on hole 16 and play it around the right side. I'm using a shoe and 1 putter. Same thing, about 1 putter head off of the right rail and just let it feed around. That one just didn't quite come around. A little faster. A little bit too. I think a little bit too far right on those, but that's generally how you play hole 16. Like Kyle said, it's very, very low risk for that one. Then we're gonna go straight into 17.
Yeah, so you go from the shortest hole on the course to the 2 longest holes that you'll play. 17, straight uphill. Really 2 options here. You're going to either go between the rocks or between the rocks and the flagpole. So hole wants to break left or right when you go between the rocks. So 3 and a putter for me. I'm going to try to cheat a little bit on the rocks there to get that left to right swing. Yeah, a lot of tilt behind the hole, so this might. Don't give up on it, says Fred.
See how that one's starting to trickle back.
Yep.
So he hit that one about 4 feet past the hole and ended up about 4 feet short of the hole.
Yep. So, second one, there's some folks that are trying to utilize the hill to the right.
Just around the back edge.
What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, that's generally how you play. Yeah. I like to go in between the rocks, so I'm going to continue to practice the one in between the rocks since I'm comfortable with that shot. So there's a little divot out here that I like to just kind of tee the ball up right by that divot for reference. I'm hoping my ball travels right in the middle of between these 2 rocks. I got all that one.
Great roll.
That's kind of how you. That was quite fast. It went in, but that was quite fast. Try to slow that one down just a little bit. And so that's the thing is I tried to slow it down just a little bit, and the ball came up about 3 feet short. Definitely want to make sure you give it a chance. And that's how you play hole number 17. Moving on to the last. And finally, hole number 18.
Yeah, so hole number 18 coming back into the clubhouse. You know, when we were building the course, we knew we were going to have tournament golf, so we loved having the idea of the gallery leaning over. Longest hole of the course. Really, it's straight uphill. It's going to break a little left to right. There is a ridge right in front of the cup that protects it. So really, you're trying to just nuzzle it up close there. If you hit the perfect shot, you might get it to fall. But really, you know, finish strong with your two. There is you can kind of see a little bit of a seam there. So I'm a putter head off of that, and I'm aiming about a foot out from the apex of the turn there, wanting it to swing. So. Yeah, got the swing, but I hit it way light. So hopefully Frank can get inside of me on that one.
All right, so this is one of my particular favorite holes. I found a line that works decently for me so far until it doesn't work anymore. So far, it seems pretty consistent. That's going to work in all conditions, and I've gotten quite good at it. So hopefully I can show you guys what that's all about. So I'm starting closer to the left side, and the ridges that Kyle had discussed, I'm trying to take all that out of play. So I'm starting from the left side, about one and a half shoes for me. And there's a dark line that I am teeing the ball off of. And then there's a dark line that's about 12 inches off of the elbow on the left. And just give it a good hit. So that was a little bit too firm for the line I'm playing. That one's got to go. That was right on line.
Yeah, great putt.
But that's the kind of shot that I play to take, because there's a little spine that kind of runs here, and there's a couple little ridges. I try to cut across all of that to take that stuff out of play. And I am not sure what this does. That's pretty straight. All right, cool. And that's hole 18. So thanks again, Kyle. We tried to do some live streaming. Didn't work out quite so well. So Kyle, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Frank, really enjoyed the round, and you know, want to welcome everybody out to Mossy Creek Mini Golf. We'd love to see you here on the course.
Awesome. Thanks again for watching. This is Mini Golf Frank, and this is Mossy Creek Miniature Golf in Jefferson City, Indiana. So we're going to have about 60 players total, Kyle, do you think?
Yep. Should have them fill to 60 and teeing off 8 a.m. on May 20th.
So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get more people involved, and you know, miniature golf can be fun. There's a strategy to it, and we can all have a great time. Thanks again for watching.